there, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name's Andrea and I love the Pilates Method of Exercise. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Today I have another installment in the Struggle is Real series that I do with my Los Angeles colleague Lesley Logan of Profitable Pilates. And today we're going to talk about a Cadillac exercise, and this one actually has many names. I learned it as the Shari, which is named after Romana's daughter. That was the story about this exercise. And I've also heard it called the shoulder roll down, which is the name I use today. And I've also heard that it's called sometimes the parakeet, but I actually know a different exercise that's called the parakeet. But whatever name you call this exercise, it's a really, really good one. And it's done with the push-through bar on the Cadillac. And so let's just see what we're talking about first, and then we'll talk about ways to work on it and kind of what the struggle is. So a good guideline to get into the exercise, it doesn't work for every size body, like sometimes the very short doesn't work for, but if you sit with your feet on the poles and then you just lie back, which causes your feet to leave the pole a little bit, this is kind of a good guideline for how far to be away from the bar. And then I'm going to get the bar, and I'm going to put my arches on the bar. And I always learned that you're trying to put your feet on the bar when the spring is closed. I'm a little bit short, so I have to kind of pull it toward me a little bit, versus pulling the spring down in this position and putting your feet on. And I think that's just because the push-through bar is a bit dangerous, and doing it this way, your face is kind of far away from the push-through bar. So even if something would happen, you know, it's going to be over there, and you're not going to be sitting up with your face right at the push-through bar. Safety first. Okay, so the arches of the foot on the bar, and right away, you want to stand on the bar. So the exercise, the bar comes toward you. You're controlling it through this kind of change of direction. And then once your leg straightens, you're going to stand on the bar. This is the kind of, it's done with two legs, this version. So that would be like part one, or part 1 and 2. If this is part 1, just this part where the bar and your legs are controlling the bar. And then let's say part 2 is standing. And then part 3 would be to add the one leg option. Okay, so this is the exercise that we're talking about. And you want to make sure that you're controlling the bar, and really all the things you do in the exercise, that's the tower, which is also done with the push-through bar with the spring from below. This is also a lifting of the hips and a stretching of the back, but it's a little bit nicer and gentler than the tower exercise. So I'm going to really try to stand on the bar from way up in my upper back, the whole length of my back reaching all the way down to where my foot contacts the bar. And then I'm going to pull my bottom up and my waistline up and kind of lift everything that sits on top of the short box. And then once my legs are straight, from all the way up in my upper back, I'm going to stand on the bar and lift my bottom up into the air. And then I'm going to stand on one leg at a time. And then I'm again going to stand and push toward the bar as I come down. Almost like I'm making my back longer than it was before it left the mat. Okay, so when I first learned this exercise, it had a nickname, and actually, I'm going to do the roll-up. More on the roll-up out of that in a moment. I'm going to keep the bar safe. Okay, when I first learned this shoulder roll down, I learned it as the Shari, and people used to call it the toe cramp exercise, because if you try to hold onto the bar with just your feet, your feet and your toes are going to cramp up. And what that's making up for is really your bottom not working. Because if you stand on the push-through bar with your bottom working, it will do all the work that your feet are trying desperately to hang onto the bar. So don't make it a toe cramp exercise. And controlling the bar from the very beginning of the exercise, sometimes it's hard to get your bottom like geared up for once you lift off the mat. But if you can start using your bottom right at the top of the exercise, then you kind of have a better chance of keeping it throughout the exercise. I apologize, I am filming in my studio with the window open because my Cadillac room is a bit small, so the camera is actually outside. So you may hear some cars and some, people bang things together because I'm filming. So apologies for that. But focus on your Pilates. So let's do it again, and let's talk about how to find your bottom, or ways to find your bottom from the very top of the exercise. And I find that the struggle is real finding your seat. I'm a little late to the finding your seat party, I think, but that's a true struggle in itself. So this is a way we can work on that in this exercise too. Okay, so I'm gonna put my feet on the bar. I'm a little bit short. I usually have better luck doing this. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't very pretty, but okay. So the bar is coming toward you, and you want to really feel like you are always in charge of it, that it's never pushing you. And so a way you can determine that is as you're standing on it and as it's coming toward you, just stop it for a moment. And then you should be able to feel like your bottom is kind of helping it stay stopped. And then you're just going to kind of keep at that so that that really keeps working and helping you to stand on the bar. I'm a little bit close. And then you'll have to figure out how to keep it working through that change of direction so that now when you need it, it can lift and work. And then this, can get very kicky, and you want to feel like you're trying to get all of the stretch of the back of you. So you're almost, picture, if you will, at the mat when you do control balance or any of your scissors, treat this like a scissor exercise, and you'll feel a little bit more in the back of you and a little more in your stomach. Yes, a scissor by any other name would still make you use your stomach. Okay, and this is a little side note. One of my struggles early in my Pilates practitioner life was the roll-up. I could never do the roll-up. My legs would fly up in the air. And so here's where I learned to do the roll-up. So a little bit of fear is good. So I knew that the push-through bar could come toward me if I didn't keep pushing on it. And so that really helped me figure out how to push through the back of my body to roll up for the roll-up. So that was a little bit of a bonus. Sometimes if you roll up, like a roll-up, you can take a little stretch there, which is not, it's sort of Pilates, but it's a little bit just entertainment value. And then if you slide your feet off, keep holding onto the bar, and then you can bring the bar up. And that's one way you can transition from the shoulder roll down to the push through exercise. That was just a little tangent. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions about this exercise or a personal struggle that you have with it that I didn't mention, do leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. Bye!